Starting defense tonight for Liberty, Caden Branston, Pa St. John, Ben Bryant on the front line. It's the 4-year senior starter, Keaton Stam, been so good this year. Zane Tallman, he's a senior, receiving some of his first opportunities. But it's the sophomore Hudson Dunn who's really impressed this year. Kean Knapp, Owen Dalton, Cannon Garde, David Morin, Stephen Romero, your starting defense for LHS. High snap, and immediately Zane Tallman is there to blow it up. Gain of only 1 yard. Number 32, Lucas George, trying to find his way down the middle, but Tallman is there immediately.
The Lions read that first play perfectly. Delayed handoff goes nowhere for the Queen Creek Bulldogs. Look to try to find some open space. There is nowhere to go for George.
Queen Creek attempting to establish this ground game early, something that you need to do against this Liberty defense, but when you have guys popping out of the secondary to make stops, makes it difficult. Tate Reynolds, the sophomore, staying at 6'4", the starting quarterback for Queen Creek. This time, George again will stamp her down the middle, this time a much larger gain of about 5.
And this is exactly what the Bulldogs need to do in this game. Establishing the run game is huge, especially how dominant Lucas George has been this season with over 200 yards and 2 scores on the ground. That's what this Bulldogs team needs to do if they want to put some points up on the scoreboard.
George by far has been the most consistent player on this roster, 210 yards on 37 carries. He's went to the end zone twice so far this season. 3rd and 4 here on the 31-yard line for Queen Creek. Tate will look to pass on 3rd down, pressured, scrambles, and dumped in the backfield. It's going to be Caden Branston. The junior D lineman brings up 4th down for the Liberty defense.
And just like that, the Lions get into the back of the end zone. Caden Branston has done an amazing job this season. His first sack of the year. Did a great job getting in there and taking down the Queen Creek Bulldogs quarterback, Tate Reynolds. Now this forces them to punt a 3 and out, from the Bulldogs to start this game.
Liberty with 45 seniors this year. They're not new to having over 40 seniors, but somehow they always reload. This year, really impressed by the non-seniors that have come to play in 2023. Punt will go far out of bounds. So Crace Grimmer gets Queen Creek back off the field, and just like that, the line offense ready for their second possession within about 3 minutes and 38 seconds of this ball game.
And the thing is that both of their drives are starting around midfield. If you have a team like the Liberty offense, it's been so hard to stop this season. You're not doing any favors to yourself, giving them amazing field position to start their drives.
Navi Bruzan, 524 passing yards, another 121 on the ground. They'll start in Queen Creek territory on the Bulldogs' 48-yard line. John Wilson behind him, McKivicks with motion. 1st and 10 on the second drive of the ball game. Wilson again, the offensive line makes holes, and they can't get him down. Flag on the field, and he'll take it all the way to about the 22-yard line. Helmet went off and onto the turf. That was R.J. Jackson, the sophomore, lost his lid. He'll have to sit out for a down to make sure that helmet is back on properly.
And it looks like we may see this play coming back. It was a big run from John Wilson, but there could be a chance this may be holding on the offense.
Lions are walking forward, and so is the White Hat. So the 25-yard run by John Wilson looks like it's going to stand. It's going to be a personal foul, a face mask call here on the Bulldogs. Cannot have that against an already lethal Lion offense.
Yeah, big mistake made there from the Bulldogs. Already a great run from John Wilson, and then giving them even more yardage and putting them down into the red zone. That is a terrible thing for that defense to do, and a huge mistake, because now this lethal Lions offense already in great field position.
1st and 10, and now Liberty already down to the 11. Navi Bruzan scampered in last time. Wilson on his hip. Looks to pass, floats into the end zone wide open, and he's going to far overshoot Ryan Wolfer. He's only been playing tight end for almost 4 months now, a 2-year offensive line starter. Coach Thomas decided this summer to pull him off the offensive line. Coach Thomas, with a slew of juniors, thought that they really had enough sides up front, wanted to potentially help Wolfer in his college recruitment. He has 6 offers right now and decided, hey, how about you take some snaps at tight end? Here's Bruzan. He's going to hand it off to Wilson on 2nd and 10 on the 11. bulldozing his way down to the 5-yard line. Eventually brought down by R.J. Jackson, sophomore on defense, turning some heads so far in this game.
And this is a huge down for the Queen Creek Bulldogs. A third down where you can make a stop. If you can force an incomplete or even get into the backfield and take down Bruzone, this would be a huge decision for the Lions and a great momentum swing.
3rd down and 4 yards to go. They stand on the 5-yard line. Their second offensive drive of this ball game, looking to go up by 2 scores early. Play action. Fakes, evades the pressure. Looking for blocks, dives to the end zone. Touchdown, Navi Bruzone. How about the display of athleticism out of the senior player of the year? And Liberty's up 2 scores now, both from Bruzone rushes.